What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to another video. Welcome also to the late night edition of this channel. Usually I don't upload this late here on YouTube, but today I am uploading here really late because I have a few news stories that I do need to discuss. So let's jump straight into it. So to start off, we're going to talk about Ricky Craven. Ricky Craven, a day or two ago, announced that he was going to be retiring from NASCAR completely at the end of 2020. Let's go ahead and read the report to you guys. I want to share that this will be my final season in NASCAR in any capacity. NASCAR has been and will be a love of my life. In the last 3 or 4 weeks, bumping up against 54, I realize I've had my time. I've not been in a race car since 2005. Yet I've enjoyed 14 years of TV as a NASCAR analyst since hanging up my helmet. There are people more qualified to commentate on today's NASCAR world than the 1995 Rookie of the Year and winner in each of NASCAR's top 3 divisions. Self-promotion right there. Kenny Wallace and I have had good friends for roughly 30 years. We competed together in Canada before we became buddies. We escaped with roughly $110,000 in an 8-day span in 1991, winning back-to-back prestigious events from a huddle of a garage in New Hampshire. We built a bond that connects us for life. Kenny retired because it was his time. I'm retiring at the end of 2020 because it is my time. You just heard there, Ricky Craven announces right there his retirement. I just want to talk about Ricky Craven here, friends, because this is a story that kind of went under the radar. Ricky Craven, I think, had a very decent career in NASCAR, and definitely was a great analyst after he retired. So he basically was a NASCAR driver for about the first half of his career, from about 1991 all the way up to like 2004, when he was let go from the Cal Wells organization, and he went to become an analyst in 2006 after he retired. I don't think he retired from NASCAR. He retired from racing cars, I should say. And in 2007, he was able to go become an ESPN analyst. And before he became an analyst, he was able to score 2 really impressive victories. He beat Dale Jarrett heads up in 2001, and in 2003, he won in a fantastic finish, in a photo finish between him and Kurt Busch. I think Ricky Craven's career should be somewhat celebrated. I think Ricky Craven, especially his analyzing career, I think he's a really good analyst. I think he's done a great job analyst. I don't think you should put him down stuff for that. I think he did a really great job, and I wish Ricky Craven the best luck at whatever he does in the future, because I think he deserves a lot of recognition for his career. I'm not going to say he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame because of his TV career, but Ricky Craven deserves a lot of praise because he's a guy who never really held back, and I wish him the best luck in what he does next. Now we get into the next story. NASCAR has finally, after quite a couple weeks, has finally postponed the Martinsville race. Here is the statement from NASCAR. NASCAR is postponing the scheduled events on May 8th through 9th at Martinsville. Our intention remains to run all 36 races with a potential return without fans in attendance in May at a date and location to be determined. The health and safety of our competitors, employees, fans, and the communities in which we run continues to be our top priority. We will continue to consult with health experts and local, state, and federal officials as we assess future scheduling options. Let me just say for the record, I'm not surprised that they postponed this. And I'm surprised it took them this long to postpone this race, because I didn't think they were going to wait 3 weeks to announce the postponement. I thought they were maybe going to wait maybe like a week or two to announce, maybe like a week, because they announced a stay-at-home order on, like, I think it was March 31st or March 30th, back like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it waited this long. I'm surprised it took them this long to announce it, but I'm not surprised they postponed it after they gave the stay-at-home orders through June 10th, and the track becoming a, like I said, I'm not surprised that they announced this. Like I said, a few weeks ago, they were going to announce, well, not a few weeks ago, but they announced stay-at-home orders. I just think it should have been announced like a week or two ago, because it was very unlikely that we were going to be racing, and I'm not surprised that we are not going to be racing in Martinsville, but we will probably be racing here very, very soon. I think we're closer to getting back to racing, and let's see when we do go back to racing here very, very soon. Speaking of which, we're going to get into that a little bit more. NASCAR is working on returning to racing within weeks. According to Adam Stern, NASCAR is looking at running without fans for around 4 to 5 weeks and will start where it can based on state and local guidelines. Per sources, NASCAR is also talking to North Carolina officials about getting shop members deemed essential soon, so they can return to work and prep cars. this is a really good sign of a direction of the sport possibly getting back to getting up to speed. I'm not surprised that we're getting kind of a speed. NASCAR really wants to get the season back going, and there are two locations I feel that this season could really get back going. The two I have in mind. The first one is the Coca-Cola 600. Depending on how North Carolina is doing in a few weeks, which we still got like a month until the Coca-Cola 600. The Coke 600 isn't until May 24th. There's a good chance that this season could restart at the Coke 600 because this thing is peaking. I've heard rumors it's been peaking, then rumors say there's a second wave coming, as pandemics do sometimes go through second waves. But I'm hoping and praying that we do go racing on May 24th there. The other possibility, and this is a pretty realistic one, is a return for a remake up of the Dixie Vodka 400 at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Basically, the governor of the state, Ron DeSantis, which I don't agree with this at all, they basically reopened the Jacksonville Beach last night, and they're looking at returning, getting NASCAR to get back to that state and get back to racing in general. I personally think Homestead could be the return date because, again, Florida looks like they're on the push to get the economy reopened. And one of the biggest draws to get your economy reopened is to get sports back and running because you can get a lot of money, especially there. Now, like I said, first 4 or 5 weeks, not surprised that they're not going to run without fans. Again, this virus is still going on across the country right now. And there's a good chance that racing could be back with, I think, in all honesty, we are closer now to returning to racing than we were when we stopped racing. I think we're getting really, really close. I think we're getting really close to start a season. But yeah, hopefully we do get back to racing very, very soon because I'm just tired of watching iRacing. No offense at iRacing, guys, but I want some real racing to talk about. I don't want us to talk about, oh, we're waiting for races to get back up and running and stuff. I want to get racing, but like I said, the two most likely dates are the Coca-Cola 600 and I think Homestead are the two most likely dates to be the return of the season. I don't think some races are going to happen right away. Texas, they were talking about not running without fans, but again, they've been told you can't run without fans, so we don't know about that race to begin with. We'll have to see what happens in the long term with the season as this virus does develop. But I think we are hopefully at the peak of this virus, and we can get back going very, very soon. But yeah, there's my topic on that. Now we get into the final story and kind of a sad update on the drunken Brian France situation. We got a little bit of an update, and the settlement is almost over. Here's what drunken Brian France had to say. Brian France was not and never was associated, affiliated, or in any way involved with this Twitter account or any of the content generated and or posted by it. I will permanently be deactivating and deleting this account. I understand this account harmed Brian France and his family in ways never intended, and for that, I am sorry. I just want to say for the record on this drunken Brian France situation, I think Brian France is stupid. Straight up stupid. This Twitter account is a parody account. It's the First Amendment. And Brian France was quiet for 2 or 3 years, well, about a year or two. He was doing good. He wasn't doing anything stupid. And then he goes in this lawsuit, and I'm just tired of people who have a lot of money, because he has a lot of money still. Yes, whether you like it or not, he still has a ton of money back, and even after the arrest and the DUI, this account never really made remarks against Brian France. I don't understand why he sued him. I don't get it. Brian France is straight up an idiot. He's a moron. And basically, this guy is going to lose the case. Basically, judging by this, he's probably lost this case because of this. It's freaking stupid. It's straight up stupid. This guy has to deactivate his account over some ridiculousness because a guy who was a CEO, who ruined his career on his own by getting arrested and having DUI, having intoxicated, he basically is screwed over. And it's a great shame because this account, I think, while I'm not a big fan of this account, I think the First Amendment is always right. And you can't, well, sometimes it's right. Well, I would say 90% of the time it's right. The First Amendment is a constitutional right. And you can't tell me that this is wrong. It's not slander, dude. This is ridiculous. And probably because of the journalism and stuff he reported, he's probably getting deactivated because he's reporting some stuff and rumors that have somehow turned out true. So that's probably why the account is getting deactivated. I just find it ridiculous, and I feel sorry for drunken Brian France. And hey, man, good luck what you do, man, because it's ridiculous. You're screwed over. It sucks. But yeah, that's all the news I wanted to report on. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Turn notifications on so you get notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links description below over that. And comment your thoughts on today's video. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.